Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So things are underway. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win.
Takes the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Rafinha attempts a clearance. Griezmann. And here's Hullet. Hakimi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's on it. Can he get away? Cruyff! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
That's a good run down the left. He's looking unstoppable. Nice control. Neymar. Oh, shooting chance! Ambitious, but just off target.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Akanji goes sliding in. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Griezmann defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And Hullet! And he thumps it clear. And it's Nedved. And it's Nedved! Oh, split-second reaction.
Nedved really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
This their second corner of the game. Rijkaard clears it away. Bangladesh have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Vinicius Junior, and he's managed to get free. Takes a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Oh, good spread. Now it's Rafinha, and he was quick to react. Nedved. Throw in. Vieira. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And this is Hullet. And he can thump it away. And he's quick to snatch it back. And we've reached half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So let's get the ball rolling. So neither side has yet broken through. Look at the space here. Great chance! They've scored!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Oh, that was sharp. Deliciously sharp.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Looking to play him in. He's being urged to shoot. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Hakimi makes the interception.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And he welcomes it in. Can he finish? And no mistake. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough...
And he shoots! And it's there! It's all becoming so easy. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too.
Put it! He's got a goal! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And the shot! And that's a tidy finish. Pomp, panache, and passion. This, a man full of it all.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defence.
It's Nedved! And he hits the net. And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Ambitious ball here. And here's Batistuta. Nedved. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta! That is delicious! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Bangladesh get their goal, a bit of respectability restored. And it's Cruyff. Shot could be on. Poor robust challenge. Howson clears without hesitation. Mateus. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. It's Nedved! And with that, the end. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. Well, who would have thought it? Who could have thought that Scott McTominay gets his head on it? Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. And it's Xavi Alonso. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Cruyff. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Played into space. Xavi Alonso wins the duel this time. Chance here to counter. Davis. Davis. Stood up well to him there. Schmeichel with the clearance. Nicely aimed pass. Cruyff powering forward here. Donatoni. Griezmann. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Luis Suarez. And here's Nedved. And this is Luis Suarez. Shot a goal! Well taken goal. And this is getting better and better. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And yes, it's him again. So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look,
and that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught.
And Cruyff! Johan Cruyff! An individual masterpiece!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And here's Nunez. He is just caressing them. Nunez! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That'll be a throw-in. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Chance for a shot! Deftly away. Now, what about a counter-attack? And that's really well manoeuvred. And it's Cruyff. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Griezmann. That's good running with the ball. It's Griezmann! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, entry via the post is at the widest possible point, which means a keeper is well and truly beaten.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Nedved. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rijkaard. Messi. Now it's Cruyff. Nunez. Bergomi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Del Piero! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Darwin. Griezmann. And here's Suarez. He's found a... And Cruyff! Cruyff! That is beyond words! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They are purring, truly purring. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
A case now of complete control. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
It's hard to believe we're only at half-time. The lead is 3, but for how long? It's anyone's guess. So the action resumes. Nedved will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. All Cruyff! And that is a save of real quality, not easy by any means.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
And we have our very first corner. Hangs one, he's rising! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Rijkaard. That pass has been well intercepted. Nedved. Nakata. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Luis Suarez. Very nicely done. And this is Nedved. Nedved crosses. And he's taking no chances there. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Cross deflected behind for a corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. It's run loose here. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Cantona. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cantona. Well, that is one way to stop him. Griezmann. Quality ball. Nedved can see things others simply cannot. Nakata. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Vieira kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Cantona. And this is Cruyff. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And he welcomes it in. Chance! And somehow he kept it out.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Shoots! Oh, good finish. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Barcelona may be down, but not out just yet. And here's Del Piero. Bullet, who is rarely short on confidence. And this is Pato. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rijkaard. Bergomi makes the interception. Guti. 4 added minutes on the board. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And we're done. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva, he's a real box of tricks, Peter, with a super first touch and a really nice, silky smooth dribbling style. He's also got an eye for a telling pass, and he's a more than decent finisher too. What we don't usually comment on is his phenomenal work rate, and that will be a standout for this team over the course, I can assure you.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Schneider. And it's Schneider. Silvestre. He's shifting through the game. Oh, good effort! Off the post!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Timber spots it and intercepts. So it is still 0-0. Oh, that's fabulous! It's Griezmann! Goal! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Now it's Xabi Alonso, and the through ball. And this is Cruyff. And a shot! Goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So that's 2 now without reply.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Nedved conjures time and space where few can. And it's Nedved. Now it's Del Piero. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nesta gives no quarter whatsoever. Nedved. And smartly reclaimed. He is through here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Schneider. Bernardo Silva. Neither of these two want to come off second best. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Back in once more. Schmeichel claims it without any fuss. Xabi Alonso, and that is a little undercooked. And it's Griezmann. Can he get on the end of this? He's got away. That is good strength. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. And we are back underway. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh no, what has happened here? Passing nice and neat. Tries one from range. Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Brazil are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Played right into his path. Bernardo Silva. Nedved. Now it's Del Piero. Looking for options for movement. And this is Del Piero. He's having a hit! Oh, that was wicked. A truly wicked effort.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Nedved. Nedved. Oh, this is a very good run. Pull it. And he's managed to get free. Konate tries to clear. Dani Olmo. Kimmich. Dani Olmo. Cristiano Ronaldo. That is good alertness. Kimmich. And here's Bale. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Messi. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were...
Can he finish? It's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Brazil are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them.
Great chance! Well taken goal. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Raul, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Xabi Alonso. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Kimmich is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Nesta produces the perfect tackle there. And time is up. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. He's had a shot!
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Cruyff. And it's Hullet. Kimmich. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Delivered low. Xavi Alonso. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. David Villa is onto this. Tries from distance. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Threads one in. Shot could be on. And the shot! They've scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Hullet, who is rarely short on confidence. And that could set him on his way. Chance! And that's a good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So that's two now without... Big chance! Relentless! Just relentless! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Hullet clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
No way through.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Kimmich is always looking to break lines. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nedved. Griezmann.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. It's a searching pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Vieira. Griezmann. Hullet. Nice control. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Kimmich. That's a cute ball. Vieira gets over and intercepts. And here's Stoichkov. This might spell danger. Nedved. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal. Well, Luis Suarez! Yeah, he's fouled him there. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
He went for the curler. Tries to pass it through. Kimmich. And this is Hullet. He is through here. It's a threatening ball. Chouameni. And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So there was the first half.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. The second period is underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Oh, that was vital. Schneider. And it's Stoichkov. Aimed beyond the defence. Thuram. Nedved. Now it's Hullet. Nedved. Getafe can breathe again. Just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Darwin. Best part of an hour and still no breakthrough from either side. Now it's Nedved. Thinks about the shooting chance! Schneider. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Silvestre. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Vieira. Oh, it's come loose. And here's Nunez. And the finish! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
So we have movement on both benches. Serginho.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Pulisic. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Kimmich. Played into space. Oh, that's clever. And he's running through. Chance, surely! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And this is Del Piero.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Del Piero. And this is Bale. And this is Del Piero. Oh, he's bust. And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. It's Nedved!
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
And here's Bale. Oh, this is a great position. Decent chance! Oh, he's done it! Oh, is this it? Have they won it? That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
He's found a way through. And the shot! Oh, and the referee says that that is it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Antoine Griezmann, do we still consider him, Jim, the face of French football?
Yeah, I think there's some room for debate here, Peter, but I can't think of anyone who has a more versatile style of play.
And he's just won so much, hasn't he? He might have had his fair share of disappointments in various finals, but he did win the tournament. Griezmann! Quite brilliant from Griezmann!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Germany are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Del Piero. And this is Pele. He has found the way through. And he's there to get it away. Well, they've got it again. Rummenigge. And the finish! And he's there to belt it away. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, that was vital. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now it's Nedved. Griezmann. Salah. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's bustling through. Tries a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught napping. Skims one in. Oh, he's got that all wrong and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Del Piero shoulders the responsibility. A formality. We're level. Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Germany restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And here's Suarez. Nesta gives no quarter whatsoever. Chance! It's in! And they've got their lead back. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
They're urging him to shoot. He's dealt with that really well. Nesta did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Shapes to shoot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that signals the end of the first period. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think we're seeing a very good example of what to do when you're a man light. Some of the covering play has been hugely impressive, and that owes a lot to focus and discipline, which have been top-notch, of course, since the sending off.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Cruyff. Oh, sweet feet. And Cruyff! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, greatly! And he hits the net. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Oh, that's a fine interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And he was alert to it. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Germany clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And it's Nedved looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. He is through here. Suarez makes a dash for it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, well played, well played. Now it's Del Piero, and he is deftly away. Can he finish? In he goes again, and he's stuck it away. Back to within 1. Interesting. Pele duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And he shoots! Oh, good finish! And right near the end, we have parity. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough...
Takes a shot! Oh, that could be pivotal! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah.
And time is up. What a game, what a show! Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. So there we have it, Jim. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigol, as he's become known.
Nobody would ignore him.
He has all the attributes, Peter, and the list is too long for me to mention them now. I'll settle on lethal.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. That's a lovely, neat pass. Steaming on goal. Chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. Cleared without hesitation. Vieira. And here's Cruyff. And it's Kimmich. Rijkaard cuts it out. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Still goalless at the moment. Kimmich is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Nedved. Can he get on the end of this? De Bruyne. Neymar. And Robertson. And the pass is intercepted. Vieira. Nedved. Griezmann. Pepe gets across to intercept that. Griezmann. And here's Suarez. And that was very necessary. Timber. Timber making good progress on the right-hand side. Not the most convincing of passes. Kimmich. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Cruyff is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. That's good running with the ball. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest. Big chance! And that was struck with genuine force.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. Oh, just skips and a chance! He's got away with one there.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Cruyff running with the ball. And it's half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reached the halfway point.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. And so the action is resumed.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Strong running down that left flank. That's been cut out, well played. Kimmich.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. "60 minutes played. Griezmann. Luis Suarez! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Timber clears it away. And this is Bale. And here's Del Piero. And he's following up. It's in. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
You felt it was coming. 1-0. It's Inzaghi! And that's a sharp finish. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chance.
And the shot! Goal! And they've got their lead back. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Bale. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Nedved. Looking for options for movement. He's found some space.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And here's Del Piero. He can run onto that. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Griezmann! Griezmann! Becoming a modern great. He's got himself an absolute peach. And this is getting better and better. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
There's the shot! Oh, good finish. Deep, deep into injury time. So... And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Hullet. That's good play. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Looking here to chip it through. This is a promising build-up.
I hope I don't seem biased towards my compatriot, but I really think John O'Shea could have a very big role to play here.
Listen, you don't win all the medals that he's won without doing something right, do you?
Exactly. And I think he's going to have a busy game covering all sorts of defensive positions, especially when the team's on the front foot. That's when his versatility really comes into its own.
Now it's Luis Suarez. That's been cut out, well played. Timber. That is good alertness. That's a cute ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Well, it's more pressure than ball at the moment. Now it's Hullet. Oh, good read. And here's Suarez. Kimmich. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Hullet. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Azar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Mbappe. Oh, what has happened here? Nedved. And the counter is on. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Stam cuts it out. And that brings the first half to a close. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So your views on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. So the first half brought no goals. While quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And the pass is intercepted.
Well, it's not the best one.
Bale!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Griezmann. Nedved. And Hullet! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Hullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. And the through ball. Bergomi gets across to intercept that. Vieira. And it's Griezmann. And this is Hullet. Griezmann. Can he finish? It's a goal! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
And he's lost his... Shevchenko!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He's had a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get... Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's a lovely, neat pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort. Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Griezmann. Now it's Hullet. And Hullet! Ruud Hullet! Beyond special! What a player! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he welcomes it in. Eto'o! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Barcelona really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Now it's Eto'o. Oh, he's been caught napping. Kaká. Chance! It's a goal! Deep, deep into injury time! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Barcelona give themselves a chance of a fair... That's that, the end. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go. Bangladesh have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow them...
Takes a shot! There it is! The ideal start!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So the game's chance! And that's a good finish. They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Bangladesh are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Quarter of an hour played. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Shevchenko. Ekitike receives it in a good... Oh, shooting chance! Yes! And they're threatening to fly away here. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. A case now of complete control. Now it's Cruyff. That ball looks a good one. He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Throw in. It has been an extraordinary start to the game. The gap already 3. Played with speed from back to front. Roberto Carlos defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. And the finish! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
Luis Suarez. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Kimmich. And it's Luis Suarez. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Rijkaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Luis Suarez.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest.
Luis Suarez! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He's had a shot! And that's in! They are gorging themselves here on a series. And that is all they have time for. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. We're on the move again. 45 minutes to change their fate. And the shot! It's hit the upright. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Schmeichel must save this. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Bangladesh are having a ball here. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Griezmann. That is good alertness. Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Nedved. Seedorf, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And this is Del Piero! Oh, terrific save. And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Vieira! Wonderful from Vieira! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Bangladesh have got it back and they'll have another go. Nesta getting this one clear. Good running, strong and purpose. And a chance! Oh, it's hit the post! Well taken goal. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where... And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No.
Luis Suarez! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Pirlo. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Rijkaard. To Maldini. And it's Pirlo. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Marcelo. Thuram.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He has a look up. He's shifting. It's Luis Suarez! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Pirlo. Azar. Marcelo is looking to influence the game from out wide. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now the delivery. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Pirlo standing over it. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Thuram. So we're still where we started right now. Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender.
Belgium definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
And this is Adriano. He's Adriano! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Adriano is flagged offside. Bergomi. Now it's Luis Suarez. Marcelo cuts out the pass. And smartly reclaimed. Maldini clears. And it's Cruyff. Griezmann. Can he finish? He's scored! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
It's Luis Suarez! And how good was that? That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they're threatening to fly away here. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Strong running down that left flank. Shevchenko. And that signals the end of the first period.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Luis Suarez. Nedved. That is good progress on the left. And he's managed to get free. Pings. Bullish header! Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.